So once you go through this fight week, once you go through the weigh-in and you step on the scale 230, 235, you go into this fight. Hopefully it works out in your favor for you, and history is made. How in the world, honestly, how in the world do you go back to 205? I just don't see how there's any way you can mentally put yourself through that, physically and mentally. How are you going to do it? Like, I feel like this is it. If everything goes the way you want it to go on July 7th, you are done as a light heavyweight.
Not necessarily, but I haven't really thought about it. You know, I mean, if the universal thought was that I was never going to go back down to this weight class, I would not still have this belt. So we spoke about this for a long time before this decision was made. And, you know, I've told them that I wanted to go back and fight at light heavyweight. But you're right. You know, this training camp has been a lot easier. You know, I've been able to eat and work as hard as I've wanted to and not feel as depleted. It's just, I told this to Selena just yesterday. I go, Mom, it's crazy when I look at my food now as opposed to what I eat when I'm fighting at 205, and it's insane that I can work and do as many workouts as I've had to do to fight in this weight class. So it would be daunting. It would be a tough task, but it's my intention to go back and fight at that weight.
Are you still sticking to March of next year you're retiring?
Oh, yeah. That's still it, man. That's the end date. Now, just because the food has been better and I've been able to train harder and not feel as run down in terms of nutrition-wise, it's still tough at 39 years old to carry the workload that I want to compete at the highest level. I'm not one of those guys that says I have to take a step back, or maybe because I'm older I need to do a little bit less. I'm still sparring as much as I always did. I still run and lift and wake up at 7 and do all this other stuff, you know. So because I only know one way to train, I don't know if I can sustain that for much longer.
So realistically, you have a fight on July 7th. You're probably only getting one more if we're sticking to that date, right?
No, I think I can get two more. I can squeeze a couple more in there. If I fight July 7th,
yep,
I bet I can get one around November. And if I get one around November, take a month off in December, I can squeeze one in at the beginning of March. So I'm looking at about two more after that. I can still fight, Ariel. This decision is, you know, it's hard. You know, and I always felt like I can push through just about anything, but I can still compete. So I'm not getting out of the game because I don't have the skill to compete anymore. I'm getting out of the game because it's a decision that I made a long time ago, and I want to stick to it for my family.
Have you thought, I mean, I feel like I know the answer to this, but I want to hear it from you. Have you thought about the perfect last two fights after this one? You win, you make history on July 7th. Have you laid it out?
I beat Stipe Miocic. It would be nice to go and see. This all kind of depends on the UFC, you know. And Alexander Gustafsson may hate to hear this, but too bad, Alex. I would like to fight at some point fight Jones again and fight Brock Lesnar. You know, those are the two ideal end fights. You know, but things don't always work out perfect, but I feel like that would be perfect. So there are going to be a few guys that are going to be pissed off about it, but oh well, they can enjoy fighting each other.
Which one's first?
Well, I imagine they had defended the light heavyweight title in January.
Yep.
So they usually give you quite a bit of time before they take it from you. I feel like it would be unjust to take the light heavyweight title from me. So if Lesnar's back first, well, hey, it's a race, right? John and Brock are racing to see who gets back from their suspension first, and then they can fight me. Whoever gets off, whoever goes before the parole board and gets like a pass, will get the fight first.
I feel like this is your attempt to, like, you know, spank the bad boys. Like, you pick the two guys right now who are kind of not available. Is there a reason? Is it? You know what I mean?
Hey, I am no knight in shining armor. I'm not the guy wearing the white hat in Westworld. I'm none of that. These are just the two biggest fights that I could possibly have, and nothing more. The Jones fight is that story writes itself. Brock Lesnar is just a chance to fight a guy that is a massive name. The guy that I've actually competed with since 1997 was the first time I saw Brock Lesnar and competed in the same event with him. So I think it'll be a good good fight to go out with.